In the midst of a food desert rests a 4-acre oasis, a community farm at BREC Howell Park. The nonprofit WALLS Project launched Baton Roots Community Farm on MLK Fest during MLK Fest 2019. Within its first year, Baton Roots has grown thousands of pounds of fresh fruit and vegetables, which have been shared with food-insecure residents of North Baton Rouge through the support of Mayor President Sharon Weston Broom's Go Get Healthy initiative.
Baton Rouge is located in what can be considered a food swamp. There is food in this area, but it's not healthy, nutrient-dense food. So we want to be a new access point for fresh food and shifting the culture around fresh food and fresh food access.
At the intergenerational Harmony Gardens, community members and volunteers can learn gardening by helping maintain the 18 raised beds. Throughout the year, the beds see a rotation of many easy-to-care-for garden staples such as tomatoes, okra, and hibiscus. Volunteers of all ages learn basic gardening skills and are allowed to enjoy the fruits of their labor by taking home any ready-to-harvest produce. Through Baton Roots, any community civic association, school, or place of worship can bring the Harmony Gardens experience to their neighborhoods. Building, planting, training, and maintenance plans are all available to provide fresh food access in your neighborhood. In an effort to ensure the fresh food supply chain and access holds strong during the pandemic, Baton Roots will increase its production, helping address issues that have become elevated due to COVID-19.
Right now we have cucumbers in this bed, peppers, eggplants, lots of okra, edible hibiscus, which we make tea with. We have tomatoes and a few different types of squash as well grown in the garden. And so we planted these in April, and over the next month or so we'll be harvesting from all the plants that we have out here.
By the end of the expansion, our farm network will be able to produce 200,000 pounds of fresh and healthy food that will be directly distributed to our surrounding community. It will take all of us working together to ensure access to fresh fruits and vegetables for the most vulnerable, food-insecure families in our city. If you would like to get involved, the WALLS Project would love to have you as a part of the movement to improve the culture of health in Baton Rouge.
Good morning, I'm Art Scarborough with the Baton Rouge Botanic Garden Foundation, and I want to welcome you to this month's edition of Garden Discoveries. Garden Discoveries is a cooperative endeavor between the Baton Rouge Library, East Baton Rouge Parish Library, the Botanic Garden Foundation, and subject matter experts from around the state and around the country. The goal of Garden Discoveries is to present meaningful programming that will help you with your own gardening ideas, your own ideas about gardening, and most importantly, with helping you to address your own sense of nature deficit disorder. This morning, we'll be talking about urban gardens and urban gardening. Very important topic for our time because the whole subject of urban gardens addresses issues ranging from community food sources to the bigger issues of global warming and climate change. So they're very important. And the people who are engaged in the work, doing both research and practical work with the urban gardens are doing really good work that will be a benefit to the community as we move forward. With that said, stay with us and you will meet some of these miraculous people who are working in the field and doing a tremendous job to move the whole issue and concerns about urban gardens, urban gardening, and urban nature forward. Thank you.
My name is Mitchell Provensal. I'm the program coordinator for Baton Roots Community Farm. Currently we are in our Harmony Intergenerational Community Garden at BREC's Howell Park. It was started to address food insecurity issues in our city while also educating people about how to grow their own food. Baton Roots is a program of the Walls Project. Walls Project has lots of programs to help reactivate and reinvigorate communities. So we work with murals, and we do workforce development, and the newest program is this food access, food education program, Baton Roots. We started in 2019 in January during MLK Fest with the Walls Project. So with a massive volunteers, we built out these 18 raised beds here. And the summer of 2019, we built our first farm plot to increase our food production for the community. Originally, we had our youth program, Hustle and Grow, out here on the farm. But we really wanted to reach students where they are already at, so we expanded to 3 high schools. So we're in Glen Oaks High, Capitol High, and Scotlandville High. We work with students weekly to teach them about urban agriculture and work with them to grow food for their community. And then we also have satellite sites with the East Baton Rouge Parish Housing Authority. We have 11 sites in total where we build Harmony Garden sites just like this, and we work weekly or monthly with the residents there to teach them how to maintain the garden, but they also have access to the fresh produce. When COVID hit, we decided to ramp up the production since our programming was on pause. So we were able to hire some staff. So now we have full-time farm staff out here every day working, but we still rely on volunteers to help us work out, and they have access to the produce as well when they come to volunteer. At Harmony Gardens, we encourage residents to come pick and they can harvest the produce. We do weekly demonstrations out here, so people that want to learn how to garden on their own come out and work with us. Do demonstrations, we give out plants, we do taste testings, and whatever we harvest, people are able to take home. And the larger farm plots, we work to grow that food for our community partners. So we donate to food pantries and churches. We sell produce at markets, and some of our partners have healthy corner stores, which we sell produce to them as well. Right now at Baton Roots, we are transitioning to our spring-summer crops. So we have squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and in a month or so we'll be putting out some okra. They're just getting in the ground now, end of March, early April, so about a month or two we'll be really starting to harvest everything. So if you would like to get in touch with Baton Roots Community Farm, if you want to come help out or interested at all, you can visit thewallsproject.org, and there's a tab for Baton Roots, and it'll have all the information to reach out to us or sign up for a volunteer. So check that out, and we hope to see you soon.
My name is NAJAH Mitchell, and my role here at Baton Roots is a former student of the community garden. As a student, I feel like it was a really great opportunity coming here after school. It was a very relaxing experience and just getting out and using my hands for something good. My favorite crop is definitely mustard greens because I love how happy they make everyone, and I love when my mom cooks them.
My name is Dylan Roth. I am a fifth-year architecture student at LSU working on proposals for Howell Park development, and I'm also a volunteer. So at LSU, the different schools are working together to try to identify potential opportunities to help enhance the local community that currently occupies and uses the park. And so we're looking at different ways to work with stormwater mitigation because there's currently some problems with drainage on site. We're looking at accessibility with adding more walkways, walkways that are more accessible. And then also looking at potential sources for recyclable waste and how those waste sources can be pulled from the surrounding community as well. So as a volunteer, I've been able to work hands-on with Baton Roots, with going to the different housing projects and helping to construct and fill out the planter beds that will eventually benefit the surrounding community. That involves shoveling dirt and moving mulch around and things like that. And it's always a great day and a great experience working with everyone.
Well, my name is Bryson Antonio Boyd. I'm 21 years old. I'm born, raised here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I work here for Baton Roots, the division of the Walls Project. And I'm here basically working as a farm hand for Baton Roots, growing food, growing vegetables, maintaining the farm, and helping out around here, make sure everything stays in tip-top shape. I've been working with Baton Roots since August of 2020. I came here from my last job. I was working sound in a church, and I just came here because I wanted a change of pace. I wanted to work outside. I wanted to just shake things up a little, and now I'm out here. Been working ever since. I love it. My favorite part about working for the farm is honestly seeing people come to the farm and see all the work that we've done, harvest some food, be able to take it home, spread it to their friends and family about what we're doing here, and have people come through and just observe what we're doing and try to be part of the cause. Yeah, my favorite crop to grow and to usually look over is radishes and turnips. They also have like a really nice flavor when they come out of the ground. You just spray them off, eat them raw, like straight out the ground. So pretty good flavor and really cool to grow. I do enjoy working with the volunteers. All of them work really, all of them bust their butts. They really put in the work, and when they actually come here, they do great with following directions. They do great with understanding the work and understanding how hard they're gonna work and how hard they have to push. And I really appreciate that about all of the volunteers. I would say that food deserts are real, y'all. You know, we could talk about all these issues. I don't have to expunge on them because I'm pretty sure everyone who's tuning in into these kind of things is already pretty much aware of these issues, but they're real. And the more you research them, the more you dig deeper into them, the more you open a book, the more you search up certain articles. Sometimes news does get oppressed, certain media does get oppressed, and you have to take the initiative and have the internal just depth and dialogue within yourself to go search out for those repressed stories and those things that are really happening out in the world without you being cognizant or aware of it. And so Baton Roots is a response and a reaction to these issues.
Hello, my name is SHIVONNE Marshall, Volunteer and Outreach Coordinator for Baton Roots Community Farm. Today we will be taking a tour of the Capitol High School Community Farm. Well, today we would like to highlight our Hustle and Grow program, where we have students that attend Capitol High help us maintain and learn all about sustainable agriculture and urban farming. We also have a farmers market where they help wash, pack, and process all the produce that's grown, and it's later sold to restaurants like Memphis Mac, and also we have our produce in Top Box, a home grocery delivery service. This is our second largest site. It's about 1/4 acre, and what makes it special is that it's right here at the school, and it has a working greenhouse that the students work out of. So any student that expresses interest is more than welcome to come out. And we also have it set up to where the students that do sign up, they work with us after school and they're able to earn money. At this particular site, we have about 25 to 30 students enrolled. It makes it easy for students that don't have transportation to be a part of the program, and a sense of relaxation if they need to ever come out and just get away from class and just be outdoors, and they're able to take the food home as well after programming. Also just love about this site is that it was once a garden here when the school was first built. So the neighbors and the residents in this area are actually excited to see that the garden is revamped, and they're looking forward to the farmers stand that will be here.
I'm ROSHONNA.
I'm ANYLA.
I'm Sylvester.
And we are here today to plant with Baton Roots. Plant here at Capitol High School. Tomatoes. We're planting tomatoes.
Yep.
We usually volunteer every other day during the afternoons, and this week we've been doing some volunteering pretty much every day. This gives us an opportunity to give back as a family. Thank you, Baton Rouge, for the opportunity.
Thanks for the learning experience.
Hi, my name is ARDOIN. I'm the lead farmhand with Baton Roots, and we are at Charlotte Terrace near LSU campus, where we're looking at our beautiful planter beds that we are growing beautiful produce in today. I've been working with Baton Roots since September of last year, and I was a volunteer with the Baton Rouge Garden Alliance at a neighborhood community garden. And as the people like over me would leave, then I would kind of step up in like a leadership position. And then there was the last step where I was the manager of the community garden. So I did that for a couple of years. My director, Mr. PROVENSAL, was a LSU student at the time, and his class got like service hours for coming out and volunteering at the community garden. So that's how I met him. And of course, we both traveled different avenues, but when he became the director here and needed some management under him, then we crossed paths again. Right now, produce-wise, we're looking at squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and a variety of different pollinators like celosia, amaranth, marigolds, zinnias, cosmos, as well as some basil, cilantro, just like nice herbs to give a all-around, culinary experience. And this is one of 6 apartment complexes that we've partnered with the East Baton Rouge Parish Housing Authority to provide fresh and local produce to what could be considered food deserts, where there's not a lot of accessible local fresh food, available. So that's where we're looking at. Some hot pepper seeds. A lot of people ask me when I'm like tending, oh, y'all sell this, right? And I'm like, no, this is for you, this is for you. What's grown here is specifically and mainly only, we can't keep anyone out, but it's only for these residents. We have gardens at other complexes. Some of them have more beds than these 8. Some of them have fewer, depending on how many people live at the complexes. Very soon we'll be rolling out some regular classes where residents who want to participate can come out and learn gardening procedures and then get involved. We'll do, a little task for the evening, but the goal is that they can be a little more independent and maybe be able to monitor it by themselves. As far as the water's set up automatically. But everything else, from the building of these beds to the filling of them with the river silts and the compost, to the planting out, fertilizing, maintenance, is all done by hand. So, in the beginning, for the building out process and the filling process, we had some volunteers like you see behind you today who just volunteered their time, and really without them, this would not be at this stage yet. We'd still be probably shovelfuls of dirt. So they help a lot, and then our full-time employees. But again, the goal is this time next year where residents will come out and they'll be harvesting, they'll be planting, they'll be fertilizing, and all those things. I love helping my community, and anything I can do to help someone have a better day, I enjoy doing. It's also really rewarding to plant a small seed, and then in whatever time span it becomes a big tree, a big flower, a big plant, something you can put on your plate, something you can smell, something you can feel. Those are big joys, and I enjoy the team. We have a great group of co-workers and volunteers and supporters. It's really good when we do outreach things, like we'll sell at local markets like Scotlandville Saturdays. We partnership with the mayor and her Get Healthy initiative. It's enjoyable. Just the fresh air, the good breeze, it's just a great job. But what's really cool is you can get things out of this garden or out of your garden at home, out of the farm in your community that you will not get at a grocery store. Things don't store well, things don't travel well, things ripen at different rates. They might be too soft, they might be too hard, but it's really good that you can get local produce from what's grown around you. And recently I cooked Brussels sprouts greens for the first time, which was a very unique experience. I never thought about the fact that you can eat the leaves of any brassica. That includes like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. So even though the sprouts aren't ready, it's good to take some of the bottom leaves off so that the sprouts can grow. So we sauteed some of those up, and it was a really good meal. For Easter, I made a carrot souffle with homegrown carrots, which I'd never done before. I'd only had it at Piccadilly. So there are some really cool, unique experiences that I can get and expand my chef repertoire through what we grow here, so it's exciting. This is still pretty new. We're still kind of just rolling it out. Like I said, we haven't started the classes yet, but yesterday was my first experience where some of the local residents were able to come out and help me plant some of the plants that I was planting at Ardenwood Complex. So that was really exciting, and I said that's just a little sign of things to come, where every time we come out, more people, because everyone's interested. When I'm working there, some of them are 2, 3, 4 stories high. They're looking down from above, so I just wave, and everyone, it's like 5 different people looking at you. But everyone's really interested. I'm very excited about that. This is phase 1, and phase 2 is going to expand to more complexes, which is really exciting. So there are lots of great things to come. Just keep looking out for Baton Rouge.
Wait, what is it called again? Nasturtium, Nasturtium. Look underneath for any bugs, and then it's good for you.
Wow. That was
It's so yummy.
My name is Rodley Polk. I live at Charlotte. I thank y'all for growing the garden. We ain't had a garden in 7 or 8 years. And thank y'all for we could be able to eat some vegetables and stuff from the garden. We appreciate everything y'all did for Charlotte Terrace. My name is Rodley Polk. And I wish y'all could come back and keep growing it every year. And y'all have blessed behind. And thank y'all for all y'all help and y'all time. Cause we definitely need a garden to eat some vegetables and fruits and stuff. Whatever y'all grow, we gonna appreciate it.
Hello, thank you for watching our second Saturday program called Garden Discoveries. This is a monthly presentation conducted by the Baton Rouge Botanic Garden Foundation in Independence Park. We've been able to do this every second Saturday throughout most of the pandemic. Art Scarborough, our vice president, introduced this whole video. And this is the first time that our foundation has reached outside of the Baton Rouge Botanic Garden to highlight another garden, which is the Baton Roots area group. We certainly want to thank SHIVONNE Marshall for all of her work in helping us put this video together, along with Mitchell Provençal. This has really been a whirlwind week to put the videos together. We couldn't do this, of course, without the great staff of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library, which is Jessica McDaniel and Joshua Hill. They traveled to all these sites around the city at 8 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon and captured some great video for you all to see. So we said we would spend the last half hour of our presentation entertaining questions. If you all are watching this, please send any questions you might have to Mitchell, SHIVONNE, or myself. I'm representing the Botanic Garden Foundation. So I'm going to kind of watch in the chat window for any questions that you might have. So Jessica, let us know if there's any questions. And Mitchell and SHIVONNE, of course, you know to watch the chat window for any questions that come our way. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Thank y'all for doing this and highlighting all the work we're doing.
Okay, I'm seeing a chat where Sylvia Weatherspoon says, thank you all for this event, East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Thank you, Sylvia. Now, Mitchell and SHIVONNE, I'm seeing a question or a comment by a person named Jim Wade. He says, we should be looking at recreating the allotment system used in the UK here in Louisiana. Are you guys familiar with that? That's something new to me.
I feel like I've kind of heard of it. I don't know if it's similar to community gardens where people like pay for their little section of the garden. I'm not sure if it's like exactly like that. Oh, they sent a link. Yeah, to do a little research on that, but I'm sure I'll be.
Yes, and it's an encouragement to me as well. I'm learning from the best, which is Mitchell. So.
Let's see, I'm seeing a question here. I saw where we're supposed to be plans for schools to create their own garden. Where can we find these plans? Mitchell, SHIVONNE?
We are working in 3 high schools. And we're only working with those schools at the moment. So I'm not sure about, I don't know if that's the 3 schools that we're referring to, but we have gardens at Scotlandville High, Capitol High, and Glen Oaks High. That's what we're working with right now. I know that the East Baton Rouge Parish Master Gardeners work a lot with school gardens as well. So if you're looking for another resource, probably reaching out to them would be a good idea as well. Somebody wrote, what does the future look like for Baton Roots? Well, during the pandemic, when all our programming stopped, we really expanded our production footprint. We have almost 4 acres at Howell Park, the 3 school sites, and then, which I saw in the video, we have the partnership with the Housing Authority. So we expanded a lot within the last year. So our goal for this coming year is to really focus on all the sites that we're at right now and really get those streamlined and running perfectly. And then also in the video, Dylan was talking about the master plan project with the NEA and LSU architecture, landscape architecture. So this year we'll have master plans for our footprint at Howell Park that includes like a farmer's market and outdoor kitchen and lots of amenities that will add to the experience of Baton Rouge. So we'll be able to teach people how to grow the food and then eventually how to cook the food on site as well. So that's a really exciting future project for Baton Rouge. And somebody commented about volunteering. SHIVONNE, do you want to handle that question?
Yes, we have a link that I can provide you guys with. And basically, you'll fill out the form. And then once I receive the information, I'll reach out to you and send you our volunteer handbooks and the waivers. And once we get you set up with that, you'll be enrolled on our emailing list. And every week I send out just a paper or Google form where you can RSVP for a volunteering opportunity that you're available for. They're weekly, so we usually have, with us building out our housing sites right now, we need volunteers there. Mitchell also mentioned at Howell Park as well. And just helping right now, we're doing a lot of mulching. We have a lot of planning to get done. So once I send that link out, you'll have it and you can, like I said, just RSVP for whatever you're available for.
All right. Taylor Weatherspoon said, I am starting a raised vegetable garden next week. Is it okay to mix garden soil, bed soil in my containers? They're probably very similar. They probably just have different labels, but I think it's totally fine to mix them. I would say that when starting a raised bed, you get what you're paying for. So if you're buying really, really cheap soil, it's not going to be the best quality. So get the best stuff that you have, and then you'll be able to grow the healthiest plants possible. So I think it's fine to mix those two things, but just get the best of it that you can. And somebody asked about locations do you have to volunteer at? Right now, we're just taking volunteers at the community farm at Howell Park, which is on Winburn Avenue. We work with the students at the schools, and then we work with the residents at the housing site. So Baton Rouge is the main location to come get your hands dirty with us. All right, another question. Sylvia Weatherspoon would like to know, what are the best vegetables to plant right now? Now is a great time to plant so many things. For transplanting, I would get tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. Go to a local nursery and buy transplants of those. I wouldn't try and start those seeds directly in the garden. So buy transplants of those, and then things that you can buy seeds and start directly in the garden would be squash, cucumbers, okra, green beans. In the next few coming months, you can start some watermelons, things that really, really love the heat. But yep, those things are the best to grow right now. And we're planting lots of flowers as well. So sunflowers, zinnias, cosmos.
Amaranth.
So Jim Wade asked, are we planning to do any plant or herb sales to help raise money for the project? We are starting to sell produce at Scotlandville Saturdays, which is like a arts market up in Scotlandville. So last weekend we were selling produce, and we eventually will do a plant sale. When we work with the students, we want to be able to, we start seeds and plants with them for the gardens, but we want to be able to sell the extra plants and seedlings. So stay tuned for that. We hope to do that very soon. Allison asked, does Baton Rouge have a community compost? Not at the moment. It is something that we have talked about and are very, very interested in. But we just have to find the right spot and the right management of it so that it's not all stinky. But we do small composting for ourselves on site with all our garden waste, but not any large scale community composting yet.
So Mitchell, I have a question for you. What inspired this vision for you?
I said that in the video, didn't I?
I know, but we want to hear it live because you are so
Siobhan, why don't
passionate
you tell
about
us
it.
what you inspired you? People have heard me say it before.
Well, just as a volunteer, I'm not from Baton Rouge. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and urban farming and urban agriculture wasn't really a thing when I was growing up because we're so industrial. It took me going to college and studying agriculture for me to really home in and just appreciate what nature has and how powerful it is, and why it's just so important to us. Um, Once I started volunteering with Baton Roots, I was one of those curious gardeners, just wanted to start growing, um, but just didn't know where to start. And I got connected with Mitchell and Baton Roots. He showed me just how easy it was to do, and that volunteerism took me into, oh well, maybe transitioning into a full-time position, which I love, the outreach side and just connecting with volunteers in different organizations. I felt like I've met so many just people and just good company since I've been with Baton Roots. It's just been great.
And we love you at Baton Roots. You're the family. What really got me into gardening was just wanting to know where my food came from. And I was teaching middle school at the time and seeing bad habits of students starting at a young age. There was a garden at the school, and so I started working with students in the garden. And it kind of just took off from there. I left the classroom and have been working with community gardens and school gardens since then, and it's turned into a farm now. Any other questions from anyone? If you want to volunteer or connect with us, you can message our Facebook page, and SHIVONNE and I will respond to that and get you set up for volunteering if that's what you're interested in. And if you follow our Facebook page, we'll be posting events that are coming up and when you can connect with us at the farm. Jessica asked, what is your advice for beginner gardeners? My advice is to get some experience growing before you go all out on your garden. So come to Baton Roots, spend some time volunteering. When we work with volunteers, we're really teaching people how to do it all as we go. So you're just getting hands-on experience working with us. So I would say, yeah, get some hands-on experience first before you tackle the big project. I mean, every crop is different. Growing every vegetable is really different. So gain some background knowledge first is super, super important because people start gardens and something doesn't grow and then they don't have a green thumb. Yeah, they get really discouraged. So yeah, come connect with us, come get some experience, ask us lots of questions. And once you're comfortable, I would say start small and you can expand from there.
We have another comment in the chat where it says, from Mr. Jim, where it says Detroit has been doing a lot of community farms and vacant lots throughout the city. The concept of converting unused properties like this should be something we look at here all over Louisiana.
I love this idea. There was an initiative, urban ag initiative that was passed in Louisiana that gives a tax break to people who I think it's in cities, in urban areas, that people let their land be used for agriculture. They get some tax credit. So I wish that we would adopt that and make it easier for people to access the land, but also people who let the land be used for agriculture get a little tax break as well. So it benefits everybody. But I'm all about this idea. So if you want to work with us and promote this, then please reach out to me.
This is John. I wanted to loop back to a question somebody asked about volunteering. With regard to volunteering in the Baton Rouge Botanic Garden located in Independence Park, there are various groups of volunteers there. So if you want to volunteer in the Rose Garden, that would be Wednesday mornings. If you want to volunteer for irises and daylilies, that's Monday and Friday mornings. If you want to volunteer in the Sensory Garden with the Herb Society, that's Thursday mornings. So then there's other groups like the Baton Rouge Garden Club that also maintain the Butterfly Garden. That's on Wednesday mornings as well. So I encourage anyone who wants information about the Baton Rouge Botanic Garden to send us an email at the following email address. It is Baton Rouge Botanical Gardens @gmail.com. So I don't know if I can type that in to where you can see it, probably not, but I'll repeat it one more time. That's Baton Rouge Botanical Gardens.com, @gmail. And it's all one word. Thanks very much. Other questions then?
We do. There's a question in the chat that says, does Baton Roots grow edible flowers? And we do. We grow some nasturtiums. We often have people taste test those because they have such a unique taste. You'll have to try it and then let us know what you think. Because it's very, very, very unique. And then we have borage as well.
Yeah, we grow lots of flowers and pollinators in between our crops or next to our vegetables. We'd like to attract some beneficial insects that'll help us control some of the bad insects. So we have flowers everywhere, and a bunch of them are edible. So yeah, if you're out there and you see us working, come chat with us. We'll show you some of the flowers you can test.
Mitchell and Siobhan, are there certain days that we can just show up out there and we know that there'll be volunteers at Howell Park?
So for the volunteer specific event, Siobhan sends the opportunities out weekly. So connect with us, we'll get you signed up. But I mean, normally we have staff out there. There's usually 2 or 3 staff that's out there working daily. So if you drive by and you see some people working out there, you can go stop and chat with them and ask them questions. They're happy to help. But if you want to come lend a hand, I would say definitely reach out to Siobhan to get those specific dates and times. They're a little more structured.
So do you want to give us an email address so we can reach out to Siobhan, or how would you all like for folks to connect to you?
Yeah, Siobhan will gladly share her email.
Yes, it is SHIVONNE @thewallsproject.org. And we also, like I said, we're going to send out the paper form link for you to sign up and get those email updates.
Oh, Siobhan, I see you've added a link in the chat. So
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I missed that. So the questions are slowing down a little bit. We probably can bring this to a conclusion if we don't have any more questions. Oh, there's a question. How messy do you get in the gardens? Do you want to harvest rain or shine?
We try not to be out there when it's raining. But it does get very, very messy after a rain. If you're coming out to help, no matter what, please wear boots.
Yes. Boots and clothes that you don't mind getting dirty, because you just never really know what to expect when you come out.
Yeah. and it's already getting hotter and hotter. So sweat and mud, you'll be covered for sure.
And Mitchell, Siobhan, I see weekend volunteering for kids, question mark.
We don't have a specific volunteering for kids. In a few weeks, we're going to start doing our We Grow Wednesdays again, which is like our intergenerational community garden. So people of all ages and kids are welcome to come out on Wednesdays. So just follow our Facebook page and we'll be posting updates on that. And yeah, kids are welcome at those events to help out.
And Mitchell, your Facebook page is?
It should just be Baton Roots.
Yes.
Yep, just Baton Roots.
Also on Instagram as well as Baton Roots.
Yeah, we should be. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So remaining questions from anyone? Going once. Well, Siobhan and Mitchell, we sure want to thank you guys for sharing your knowledge with us. We want to do all we can to promote all the gardens in the city, including those at the Burden Botanical Gardens on Essen Lane, as well as Hilltop Gardens on Highland Road. And then there's BREC has one other garden, which is the Con Arboretum on North Foster Drive. So I hope we can all continue to work together to promote green interest in the city. And I see one more question here.
It says, is Howell Park wheelchair accessible? Yes, our Harmony Garden is wheelchair accessible.
No. It's not. And there's tons of construction happening at Howell Park right now. But currently there's no wheelchair access to the raised bed garden. It's just a grass
inside
pathway.
Of it.
Yeah. But that is something that we are looking to work towards.
And then the person that asked that was Kay, and Kay, as you very well know, in the Baton Rouge Botanical Garden, we're pretty much all hard surfaces. So, and some of the beds are even raised in the Sensory Garden. So there's plenty of volunteer work that can be done in that garden, and it is very much wheelchair accessible. All right, well, I'm going to start to wrap this up for us. Mitchell and Siobhan, we hope you'll visit some of our programming. Our next event will be the second Saturday in May, which I want to say is, I don't know, May the 8th, potentially. But that will be, unlike this, it will be recorded, but it is a live event in the large meeting room at the East Baton Rouge Parish Main Library. That's where this program started. We decided to do it second Saturday so we could always remember what day of the month it would be. The library is able to do registration for people, so we can do social distancing in this large room, and we can usually have at least 50 people in that room, and it will be a hands-on demonstration for teaching children how to do color potted gardening with Juliet Chapo. So any second Saturday when you're out and about in the community, we encourage folks to come by the main library, the large meeting room, and there should always be something going on. So with that, I want to thank you guys one last time, and I think we'll sign off at this point. Is that good for you guys?
And thank you for having us.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
This was really great.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again to the library staff too. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.